You are now tuned into the motherfucking Ambition Hour podcast on Worth the Wait Radio. You ready?
It's the Ambition Hour, baby. It's the Ambition Hour, baby. It's the Ambition Hour, baby.
Yo, and welcome to the Ambition Hour podcast. It's your girl, Claudia Renee, on your airwaves. And this is episode 160.
It's the Ambition Hour, baby. It's the Ambition Hour, baby. It's the Ambition Hour, baby.
Back.
Hello, beautiful people, and welcome yet again to another episode of the Ambition Hour podcast. I am your beautiful, humble host, Claudia Renee, on your airwaves, and I am so grateful to be here yet again another week. I am joined by my co-host, Have 600 in the building.
Another episode. Every other week, I think I always say that, but we here.
It's a vibe,
160.
though. 160. I can't
It's
believe
murder.
it.
'Cause that's why.
I cannot believe it. Like, just thinking about it. I wanted to go ahead and announce also and congratulate Carlos for A Million Roses coming out and it being a very, very good project. CAB, sorry.
CAB, Million Roses,
yes.
out now. Go check it out.
CAB from Worth the Wait Records. So make sure that you check that out. It's available everywhere that you stream music. So make sure that you tune into that. Of course, what else is new is also out as well. So make sure that you tune into that. Anything else that is from Worth the Wait is like you have to listen to it. So
Spitz Files as well.
Yes.
You gotta go.
I was listening to Vibes, and that song just made me so happy when I heard it. Like as soon as I heard the beat.
Tight vibes.
Yeah, it was nice. So shout out to everybody out there. This is WTW Saturday, and that means that we drop a new podcast episode every single week on WTW Saturdays. And I'm so happy and grateful to be doing this for 160 times. Wow. Okay, so I just wanted to say, because I was looking at a picture that I found in my phone, because I wanted to post a nice little TBT post, and I just remembered it being in our old set that we had when we used to have the set in our living room. Literally, our living room was set up like what we have right now. It was a little bit different. It was very creative and very personal and intimate, and not that this isn't that. This is just updated, upgraded.
The best of the best.
The best of the best. Like, it looks crazy behind the scenes, guys. So we are very blessed. But yeah, it's just like 160 episodes. It goes by so fast. Like, to think about it. Because 10 episodes ago was 150, and our puppy is 10 weeks, or about to be 10 weeks.
Hey, shut up, babe.
I'm such a mom right now. So let's start the episode how we always start the episode with. I was just getting ahead of myself because I'm very, very proud and feel like I'm closer to what it is that I know is going to happen. With consistency, that is always going to happen. Something that I learned from church is that through consistency is where your power comes from. So I wanted to share that little gem with you guys. So let's start the episode how we always start the episode. Hav, what are you grateful for?
Just grateful for love, and that love is, even though that it's lacking in certain aspects in the world and such, that love is still around and still will thrive, and still with, the whole little cliche bullshit, the light will see the darkness, eventually type shit. So, if you're going through a tough time type shit, know that there's highs and lows, and you just got to go through it.
Awesome.
And know that you're not alone, even though you feel alone, because there's a bunch of other people that are alone. No? Oh, my bad.
No, yes. Yes. Hav is quoting something. We'll talk about that a little bit later, because that's a really great movie that I'm happy that I get to discuss with you. So I am grateful for this week. I'm grateful for prayer.
Amen.
Yeah, I'm grateful for prayer.
Paid my tithes this week. I know I'm lying like a motherfucker, but I'm still gonna say it. Paid my tithes.
I'm grateful for prayer for the simple fact that it's what calms my mind, what calms my spirit. And a lot of the times I notice that when I pray for something, it gets answered by God, or I see a sign or what I am praying for. And if it's, I don't know, like it's just, I have been praying consistently for some time now, and I have just been seeing, the fruits of the plant, like what I've been planting as far as my faith goes, and I just see it coming like into fruition in my life, and like the vision that God has for me, I continue to see it more and more, and I know it's because of prayer. So I'm just really grateful for that. I'm grateful that I learned how to do that, because growing up, praying was very different than what I do now, because it's just like when you're little, you're just taught to do like the certain, the prayers that you learn from the church. But then there's also like, the prayer that you talk to God with, and the prayer that you maybe just meditate on, etc., things like that. Listen, here at the Ambition Hour podcast, we do not judge, discriminate, nothing about what it is that you believe in. For myself, I do believe in God and have faith. But if you believe in something else, I feel like go ahead and do you. Whatever relationship it is that you have with the universe, God, whichever God that may be, go ahead and do that. Like I said this in the episode that we had Stevie on. The whole thing about like, as long as you have your own relationship with your higher power, I think that's the most important thing ever, because at least believe in something. You know what I mean? Like,
or fall for anything.
I know that's right. And it's Black History Month. Ooh, let's do that. Let's get right into that. Last week we honored Jaleesa Hall. I'm so happy that I got to honor her. I posted it on Instagram, and I'm just really grateful for her. So this week, Hob, who would you like to honor? Do you want me to go first, or?
Well, I was gonna go with Dr. Dre, honestly.
Okay.
Just because that was one of my first loves in hip hop. NWA and that whole movement. A little bit, like, I don't know, I felt like it was like that and Nas that I used to want to like get into, even until I finally like got the CDs and stuff like that and got to listen to them. But even though that took some time, but I always wanted to like listen to Straight Outta Compton and Illmatic, just knowing that those are like high regards in hip hop and shit. So, but back to Dr. Dre, just seeing all the 4 decades that he's been through, like what he did with NWA, with Snoop, with M, with 50, with Game, with Kendrick, with Anderson .Paak, and now with Cordae, and who knows what's next and what is next for Dr. Dre. And I'm just happy that we get to see him and see the growth type shit.
Awesome. This week I would like to honor Ari Lennox, and it's because, number one, she is just a queen. I feel like whenever she sings, she is singing to a part of me that it just awakens me. And something that happened this week was that she is the first artist besides J. Cole in Dreamville to receive a platinum record for Shea Butter Baby. Of course, the song is featuring J. Cole, but still platinum, bitch. So shout out to Ari. I know that she's going to be coming out with some fire soon. I've been listening to Shea Butter Baby, and I think I talk about this as many times as I can, because this project is just so fucking good, and I love it so much. I wanted to honor also Nikki Bryan, which has been a guest here on the Ambition Hour podcast, and I just want to honor her because I see everything that she does on social media. Having had her here on the podcast, it was just such a great experience, and everything that I learned from her and the energy that was exchanged between her was just amazing. And she does everything. She's an author, she's a mom, she's an entrepreneur, she's a celebrity baker. She does vision board parties, and she just does so many different things and has her hands in so many different pots, and I just admire that so much. You guys, we celebrate Black History all year long, but in February we turn up a little bit, because why not? Might as well take the month that they give to celebrate Black History Month, to celebrate Black history, because it's so important to American history, our history. The hip hop culture is part of Black history, and we like to honor it and the people that created it. So.
That it's part of American history too.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's part of our history. Like, I'm American. Yes, of course, my family is Nicaraguense. I never deny that. But definitely, yeah, like I'm American, so that's part of American history, even though they try to bury it and try to make it seem like it never happened or that it's not still happening. We see you. We see y'all. We see what y'all doing. I'm hurt. Okay, so let's get into. I wanted to talk about some of my favorite moments.
Michael B. Jordan. Oh,
we can talk about that real quickly. I'm very hurt that I forgot to respond to a text message, and now he's all of a sudden with Lori Harvey.
all of a sudden, right?
All of a sudden,
Text message.
I just thought that
you didn't want to be on him like that. Yeah,
yeah, like I didn't want to do what the other girls did.
Right.
And respond right away and be too all up on him and stuff like that. But then like the next day or something like that, like he was all booed up with Lori Harvey, and it's just like I get it. Like,
and I remember you talking. You was like that one picture don't mean they together.
Right? Yo, dudes ain't shit, man.
right, Claudia, you was talking that, right? You was like, yo, just one picture don't mean it together. But now V-Day comes through.
V-Day comes, his birthday. Now they're just having photo shoots before, they go out to dinner and shit. So it's just really cute. I'm totally joking. Obviously, you know that. Guys, obviously, you know that I don't have Michael B. Jordan's number.
She ain't fumble the bag like that, guys. Relax.
Imagine.
Dang. Imagine, yeah. Imagine. Imagine the girl that did fumble the bag.
That sucks for her. Anyway.
And now she has to see Lori Harvey.
Bro, honestly,
in the aquarium with her favorite animal.
Honestly, they make like the most sense as a couple to me. Like her and Future didn't make that much of a sense. I'm saying her not because I think that what she is doing is bad. Like, fuck it, girl, date whoever the fuck you want. Even if it's multiple people, I don't give a fuck. That's none of my business. But I feel like with her and Future, like it didn't make that much sense. It was just kind of like, and then who else was it?
She was out with someone else?
I'm dry snitching, maybe, if I'm trying to dish for it, because I don't care that much. I'm just saying that.
Wasn't it Diddy and his son?
Yeah, they just make more sense to me. Like, Michael B is a very good-looking person. She's a gorgeous girl. It makes sense, of course. The publicists are going crazy with it. There's pictures everywhere. There's professional pictures taken before they go to dinner and stuff like that. So, it's pretty serious, I believe so. So, congratulations to the couple.
What do you think about anybody that says that shit fake? It's cap.
I mean, I believe that. I believed it. I kind of still do. I mean, I believe that with some other celebrity couples. I always feel like these relationships are fabricated by publicists or the record labels to like push. It's like there's an agenda behind it.
Man, but like, right? Don't. I feel like people are always quick to say that, but then like some of those couples actually last long.
No, definitely. I mean, it could because I think we've had this conversation on the side where a publicist is going to take advantage of the fact that, for example, we can talk about
Tekashi and Meek.
Who?
6ix9ine.
No, what I was gonna say was we can take an example like Cardi and Offset. So Offset really liked Cardi and he really wanted to get with her. So he told somebody that he knew, which was DJ Clue. DJ Clue ends up hooking them up together, right? But of course, you have to think that like that. Okay, that's cool. But sometimes what ends up just happening is the publicist is just like publicists know each other and they're like, hey, my client is really feeling your client. Let's set something up, or they're gonna be at this event. Maybe they can be at that event and we can introduce them and things like that.
Clue lined up the whole thing.
Yeah, with them. Yeah, exactly. So Clue, was kind of like looking out for both of them because think about where their careers were when that happened.
Right.
Like Cardi was. Yeah. Speaking of Cardi, it is up. I still haven't heard I did hear the full song. I heard the full song on here.
Yeah.
I have. I keep saying that I haven't heard the full song.
Lying like a motherfucker.
For real, lying. I just be lying for no reason.
Yeah, just because it sounds good.
Right, sometimes.
What do you think about the other couple that we kind of saw or announced, Megan and Pardi? Wait, is it I don't mean to be funny like that, but yeah, like Cardi's writer, Pardi Fonte.
Oh, Pardi. Okay, and Megan?
And Megan, yeah.
I didn't hear about that.
Oh, you didn't see those pictures?
Mm-mm.
Oh, let's bring them up right now.
Bring them on up. Bring them on up. Bring them on up. Bring them on up. Ooh.
So, yeah, he basically like got her a nice little, none of that means. Hold on, where is this? Wow, they would do this to me. Let me go.
I'll be in the tea.
I mean, come on. I host a podcast. I'm a co-host of a podcast.
I'll be doing his due diligence
I gotta listen
for the
to
podcast. Trying to take the podcast to the next level. Doing his
his
port. He's just doing his port. Okay. Well, I think that's great. I mean, Megan, and she's gonna date whoever the fuck she wants.
Facts.
She's at that point in her career where she can have whoever she wants.
This is like a video of her. She's like, "Where are we going?" And he's just like, "I thought you said lunch."
Oh, that was what happened for her birthday. Happy birthday to Megan!
Oh, it's her birthday. I don't know when it was, but
I think her birthday is February 15th.
my question is like,
Cute.
right?
He's handsome. I mean, in that picture, you can pass for it. Party with a hottie. I like that. Can we name the episode that? Party with a hottie.
Yeah. What do you think about the Marty as the couple name?
Oh, it sounds like a cartoon.
There it is. Meg is in big into anime, so who knows?
She is. All right. Well, congratulations.
And she says, I love this. Look at this headline. USA Today says, and I quote, in quotations, "I really like him," end quotations. Meg Thee Stallion confirmed she's dating rapper.
That's funny. Their little quotes that they be getting from celebrities is hilarious as fuck. Something that
She did say that on the live though, that like, yeah, like I really do like him and he's very protective, and she was,
I want to pull this up because I wanted to congratulate SZA. Something that I saw was that she did an interview recently about, and they asked her, I guess, about Good Days and the success that has come from Good Days. And she says, it was a song that I threw at the end of Hit Different. If you haven't seen the video, the full video of Hit Different, at the end, she has Good Days. And she says, because I liked it. The fact that it became a single, I don't know. It's like my trajectory, is out of my hands. So she just posted Good Days because, to like kind of end the video or whatnot. And it turns into this super mega, it's literally one of the highest charting solo hit of SZA's career is Good Days. And this wasn't meant to be a single. This wasn't meant to possibly even be a song. This was just something that they used, for the end of the video. And it turns up being the highest charting song
today, I think it's
of her career. So that's very impressive. So what is that?
Sorry.
So congratulations to SZA. That is awesome news. I'm so happy for you. The song gets played multiple times here, so you're welcome, because I probably had a streaming farm.
Oh yeah, that's your own streaming farm.
I had my own streaming farm just because like I would
100 times a minute, 100 times an hour.
Bro, I just literally just had the song on repeat. Like it made absolutely no sense like how many times I have heard that song.
Did you have good days?
I actually heard that song almost every single day in January. Because I'm very big on writing the songs that I listen to when I journal. And since I journal consistently, I always like look at, and then I think I just can't remember, but like there was like out of the 31 days of January, I would say like 21 of them I listened to Good Days while I was journaling. So yeah, so that was a great song. Still a great song to this day.
Did you hear that? SZA met Fo Milli in the studio.
Yeah, they did. I'm very happy for that because maybe they made something. Flo Milli, like you guys have heard me talk about her on here before. So yes.
Oh yeah, and then Hailey also, she opened her own accounts now too.
Oh good.
Well, yeah,
Hailey, yeah.
She has one. Well, like she just got on Twitter. I just saw. So that's cool.
I just want to congratulate one of my favorite people in the entire world, Beyonce, because she has been slaying all of the Ivy Park
and I think the whole
promo.
the whole line is unisex, right? Kind of thing. Like it's like general neutral, like all the stuff.
There's certain things that yes, definitely. There's some. I mean, because there's like skirts and stuff. Well, I mean, men can wear skirts and they do. I wasn't saying that. I was just saying that. Yeah, definitely.
Well, but I guess to your point of what you're saying, I think it was like some of the sweatsuit pieces and like,
yeah, because she had like right now what I just saw was kind of like a leotard. A man wouldn't wear that unless he's into that.
Which
no judgment there.
All good.
Yeah, there is. It's just I'm just saying.
I
know my brother wouldn't wear it, so.
Do what you want to.
Yeah.
What's the name of that Bad Bunny album? Do that.
Yo hago lo que me da la gana. Jodido. So pretty much that's what's that. So shout out to Beyonce, Queen Bey.
Oh, Beyonce.
Yeah. For being her.
Shout out to Jay-Z too. I mean, damn. Another 2 honorees for Black History since, it's probably cliche to give him one. So.
Hey, real talk though.
Sneak that one in there.
It is always a good day to listen to Reasonable Doubt.
Oh yeah, facts.
Like it don't matter what day of the week it is. It don't matter if you're happy, if you're sad, if you're.
At this time, what's your favorite song on that? Like, cause you know how it changes sometimes when you listen to an album. Like you might be fresh on one song and then you listen to it again, it's different.
The one that I like, and for some reason, like I keep is the don't one with Memph. Yeah.
Coming of age.
Yeah. I don't know. That song has been like heavy on my mind and everything. Like, cause of course, like I think of Can't Knock the Hustle because that's just that song just does something to me. But off the bat of my head, like off the top of my head, definitely Coming of Age.
Yeah, like you go through Feeling It, then you listen to it again, and then We Cannot Live is probably there, then now it's 22 Twos, and it always switches up. That's what I love about going back to old albums.
Yeah, me too.
I went recently. It's not too old of an album, but I went to Birds Sing McKnight, the Travis sophomore album.
Okay.
Man, and it was just really dope. Just kind of like listening back into those, like how music brings you back all the time, a little bit, and also like. You listen to it and you're like, damn, this song was kind of slept on, like,
yeah.
or, like, damn, like,
definitely.
Don't got the star on the Apple, you're like, damn, this song low-key slept on. They don't talk about this one
enough.
He's kind of tapped into a different bag there.
Yeah, that's something that I love about Jay-Z's, and especially Reasonable Doubt, like how you said, there's always like a different favorite that you have when you listen to the album.
Yeah.
Cause, excuse me. Dog mom life. And yeah, so pretty much just like Reasonable Doubt just does that to you. Like it's an album that you always have a new favorite for. Yeah. I feel like another album that I have like different favorites for is the Chloe and Halle one. Mm-hmm. There's just so many different albums that I get like new favorites for. So,
bro, I saw some ridiculous shit on Twitter, bro. Because obviously I was on Twitter before this podcast. No, but
it's like the perfect place to be before the podcast.
There is this fucking guy. There's these guys like about to fight and fucking Doing It was playing in the speaker.
Doing it and doing it and doing it. Where? Nah, not that one. Which one?
Chloe and Halle's doing it.
Oh. My mind went to hip hop.
We saw over the weekend or over the past weekend we saw that remix to the Ariana Grande. What did you thought?
Oh yeah, the 30
plus 35.
Yeah, I liked it. Something that I enjoyed was seeing Megan. Like Megan is so thick. Megan is so thick,
and we proud of that.
Like yeah, like Megan is just so thick, and like I have to say that so you can understand when I say like it's just so nice to like see her, because like in that video I feel like she's a little bit more playful, but almost in like in an innocent, shy type of thing, because that's the kind of thing that they were kind of like portraying, the three of them. I felt like her, Doja, and Ariana, it's like innocent, but like she's hella thick, so it's like you're not like, it's funny how as a thick woman who is voluptuous, you don't get taken seriously because of the fact that you're a thick voluptuous woman. And I'm not saying that it is a bad thing, because it kind of is. Because like if you think about it, you know what I mean. It's just like, she can be innocent just because she think don't mean shit. But yeah, they all look beautiful in the video. Doja, and I think that that was actually my first time hearing the song, so that was great. Great song. I see Hav pulling up Chloe Bailey. You trying to pull up her busted challenge?
No, I was just trying to put motivation, as we talking about topics. I'm trying to be Scream Man here too.
Bruh, Chloe is so fine. So fine. I saw a YouTube video of them. Like one of the first ones that they probably did, and it was so funny because they did not sound like how they sound right now. They were so much more younger. So of course you're not going to sound, like the same. Yeah. And it was so nice to see the growth, because I'm obsessed with their Tiny Desk performance, which as a matter of fact, I have two that I haven't seen, which is the 2 Chainz and the Rick Ross one. I've been waiting to see them.
Oh yeah.
But something that I noticed was that the 2 Chainz one, he is getting a pedicure while he is doing his Tiny Desk performance, and that is the most 2 Chainz thing I have ever seen.
If I had
ever seen, it was that one. And so shout out to that. Rick Ross, they were clowning one of the backup singers in his performance. I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know. So stay tuned if I'm gonna clown him next week. What else was I going to share with you guys? Okay, so go ahead.
My bad. Just because we're on music, Kodak just dropped a track with.
Shout out to Kodak. He's free.
He's free and he's home. Shout out to him, and he did a video. Was actually Yachty's song, and he killed that fucking verse. And Trick Daddy's in the video though too, so that was just kind of cool. I mean, like. Just seeing, those two link up. I don't know, like a Miami OG and, and the king of Miami right now, which would be Kodak.
Okay, nice. And also he's out, and I just saw that he is engaged.
Oh. Hey. I hope so. I guess he did have a Valentine's Day.
He said, "I hope so." It's funny because on Twitter they were saying how he was just on live singing to JT, and now he's engaged.
I mean, sometimes
you gotta sing to the wrong one to get the right one.
Right. Sometimes you gotta Drake on these hoes. Sometimes
I'm dead. Okay, so I wanted to talk about my puppy, because why the fuck not?
Why not? Hey, shout out to all the dog owners and puppy owners out there that recently just got into the club. Be right there behind y'all.
So it's officially been a week since I've gotten my puppy. So for those of you that don't know, didn't tune into last week's episode, or haven't known this about me,
don't follow the social media, go ahead and follow.
Yeah, follow me, Claudia Renee, 2 E's, 2 underscores. And okay, so I have been wanting this dog since I was in 3rd grade, and the reason being was because my teacher, Miss Kaliska, shout out to Miss Kaliska. I don't know.
Meadows Elementary.
I don't know if she is alive, but if she has passed away, R.I.P.
R.I.P. But if not,
a real one.
Good vibes out to you, and hopefully you still doing healthy.
Oh my God, I loved her. She was the best. She was the last teacher that I had before I moved to Miami in California, and she was handicapped. So she was in a wheelchair, so she had a golden retriever with her all the time. So that means that every single day of my 3rd grade year, I had a golden retriever in my classroom, and that was pretty dope. She would let us comb its hair. His name was Jolly. R.I.P. to Jolly. I know he passed away because I went back a couple years later to go visit her and him, and she no longer had him. So he was a great dog, and he was so awesome, and it was just so cool, like being 8 years old and having a dog in your class and falling in love with it. And because when you see it every day, of course, like there's just like a bond that is created. So that was pretty cool. So I end up getting the breed that I want. And so that's pretty dope as well, because I finally have it. And it's been so surreal, because it's like, wow, like the dog that I had been wanting for such a long time is literally like causing havoc in my home, falling asleep, is being such a good girl. She's been such a good girl. Like
such a bad girl.
She's been both. I mean, she's a puppy, so
highs and lows, guys.
Yeah, exactly. I have to say, for the good that she is, she makes up for all of the bad, because she does listen. Yes. She is like
knows her name.
She knows her name. She sits.
She sits.
She sits when you tell her to sit. She sits when you have a toy and she wants a toy, because she knows that if she sits down, she gets rewarded. So she's been learning a lot. She's using the bathroom outside. She lets us know when she has to. And mind you guys, we've only had her for a week. So we tried to get her to like be in the room with us today, because she normally can chill in the studio with us. But today,
loves this room usually.
Yeah, she loves this room usually. But I believe, and I'm sticking to this, is that today it was the first time that she was alone by herself for a very long time. And I feel like because of that, she is just like, I'm doing whatever the fuck I want because y'all tried me.
I'm doing bad dog.
Yeah, like I'm doing bad dog shit because y'all tried me. And she's also in the stage where like her teeth are growing, so it's just like a lot of teething. And so if you don't know what breed it is, it's a golden retriever. I don't think I said it, but we named her Bay. And if you guys would like to know why we named her Bay, I'm gonna tell you. You didn't ask, but I'm gonna tell you. So Hav came up with the idea because he has a lyric in a song that share Hav.
That basically say it's called San Fran. It's on the next project that's gonna come out from what else is new. And I say I call her Bay like she's San Fran.
No, like the Golden Gate.
Well, I call her Bay. I call her Bay like a San. You ain't gonna tell me what my lyric is. But yeah. So I was saying like, well, that part, and then plus then she is golden like the gate. She could go ahead, like like we could go ahead and name her Bay, because I was really looking like for either ending with the I or a Y is kind of what I wanted the name for the pup.
Yeah, and for me, I had a couple of names in mind, but I wasn't like, I was more sold on the dog than on the name. I didn't care what we named the dog. Even though I had wanted this dog for a very long time, a name that I had always thought of was Khalifa. One, because Callie is in there, but then it's just like, you're gonna name it Khalifa, end up calling it Callie anyway. Why not just name it Callie? Once I mentioned that to him, he ends up telling me Bay, and I loved it because it was gender neutral. Bay, the name Bay, and it's funny because now it's kind of backfiring because people think she's a boy. Why do they assume that she's a boy?
I don't know.
Is it because we have a red tag on her? I was mentioning it to our mom that, people are saying that. And then she's just like, well, she's a girl. She needs more pink stuff. She has nothing pink.
Nothing pink. Yeah. We'll probably do purple, teal.
Purple is cute.
And we'll do some pink too. Like, yeah, like, it was just the first one that we grabbed. They had red and black. We got the red one.
Love red.
But anyways, like, but that's also kind of cool. Like, and why should, colors even define anything, right?
Mm-hmm. I agree. I completely agree. The Crips and Bloods wouldn't, but...
Huh? What?
I said the Crips and Bloods wouldn't, but...
Oh, yeah. They definitely wouldn't agree. But yeah.
Okay, so, but yeah, so I'm just very happy with my puppy. Like I said, I've been having so much fun. If you've been following me on Instagram, then you can see. Make sure that you follow her on TikTok. It is Bay, B-A-Y, the retriever. Spell retriever how retriever is spelled,
and the way that is spelled.
Yeah, the way that it is spelled correctly. So her full name is Baby Blaze, and the B is spelled it's B-A-Y-B-E-E, Blaze, B-L-A-Z-E. And I'm sharing this because like it's episode 160 and I want to talk about my dog for a little bit, so fuck that. So we named her, I added the B because I just thought that it sounded cute, like baby, and that would be her middle name. And then Blaze came from her dad, which his like last name was Blaze. Part of his name was Blaze, so we added that we saw that and we're like, that's perfect, like that could be like her full name. And like I said, we are so happy, so blessed. Everything that I had heard about golden retrievers, had seen about golden retrievers my whole life, owning one proved it all to be true. And I just cannot wait to see her get older. And hopefully one day she'll be able to sit right here while I'm doing the podcast and be chilling. That way you guys can see her and like put a little smile on your face and,
Yeah, and you can watch the podcast with your dogs too.
Yeah.
Type shit.
Cute. She watches the podcast that I watch. She watches what we watch most of the time. Yeah. She watched
Toy Story. She watched Lion King. We were watching that yesterday and today. So yeah.
Black is King.
And Black is King, she loves that one.
And then she was watching the JBP with me. She was watching the 85 South show kind of with me earlier. For her, it's because it's a sound that's not us, so she like wants to like see
What is that?
like who is it, like what's going on, where is that coming from. She's a very curious one, I tell ya, bae. I love her. I cannot wait to finish this episode so I can go play with her. Actually, a little break is nice. But yeah, so since it's episode 160, I wanted to share a couple of my favorite moments. So funniest moment, I want to give it to wow. One of the first ones that comes to my mind is Killer K when he shared the story about him seeing Michael Jordan at the
Kendall gas station.
By the Taco Bell.
That car wash. Facts. Car wash has been there for years.
That was one of the funnier. That was a funny story to me. One of the recent ones, I feel like Hennessy Williams was hilarious as well. He was pretty funny
for obvious reasons. He's
because he was a comedian and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I remember like there's just a couple of episodes that I just like die laughing, and it's just that's why I'm so grateful for some of the actually all of the guests that we have had on the podcast, because it's just like wow, like Jesus.
Light has some good moments too that were funny with
exactly. And so one of the I feel like I want to highlight another story that I heard, and it was from Ashton Martin, and it was him sharing that he was homeless and was living in his car as he was preparing for his project that eventually came out called Solid, and him coming on here and being very transparent about that moment was just amazing and awesome and funny. I mean, not funny. I'm thinking ahead right now, but it was a great story to hear, because it got to give you a different perspective on what his project was going to give you, on what his art was really meant to him. Because sometimes like you think like, oh, he's just dropping a project, and no, it's just like, no, he's dropping a project because he has to feed himself. He has to like, sometimes for some people there's no other way.
Right.
So I always felt like that was powerful. One of my favorite stories that I've heard on the podcast was John Fifth and G Da Vinci's mom flushing the US, what is it? It was a drive.
Yeah, USB.
Like it was like one of
hard drive?
the hard drive, that she like flushed it. Like she tried flushing it down the toilet. You would have thought that it was weed, but it wasn't. It was a hard drive. And it was funny because I ended up meeting her later, and then G Da Vinci mentioned that story to his mom, and then she was just like, well, yeah, it got them to calm down. And that was awesome. I love when I can like get a confirmation on a story. Like that's just awesome. So that was one of my favorite stories that I have heard. A couple of my favorite guests include my sister, of course, because she was just like, it's just always great to like have her. I have to say that having Hav on for the first time, like when he was releasing Burgundy, was one of my favorite moments as well.
Facts. First time we shot like in a different location and at a business.
And it wasn't our home. It wasn't the studio. It was cool. At a business. So yeah, that was pretty dope as well. Another one of my favorite episodes. Ooh, I like the Dookie one too. When we shot it at his studio.
Yeah, we shot at his studio.
That was a really cool. I was looking at pictures of that time, and it was just really. It was a dope moment for us to have.
I don't mean to like bring it to like, cause like it was all great with all those episodes too, but I really think that like a lot of our good episodes have started in the top of this year, and so if you're looking for a place to start, whether it is an episode 35, or it's an episode 155, you could definitely check it out. Like, cause I like when Jax was here.
Jax is an amazing person. Sorry. I just had to like bring the mic and to say that because he's an amazing person.
That was awesome. The the bridge, the Rikers Island story. That was one, or Steven. That was wonderful.
A lot of the guests that we had this year, like how you said, have been really good ones because I want to say that Hennessy Williams has one of my favorite stories as well.
One of my favorite moments. What's that favorite moment? That gift that we had to make of you, when like you made that face, like what the
goons.
Yeah. No, the feds might be listening. No, what was it?
No, I don't remember what it was.
Yeah. I was just like, "Damn, Claudia got the goons."
Yes, and I was like,
"Hey, be
that's
careful.
a heat up, baby.
Yeah,
That's a heat up.
Hold on, Takashi."
Yeah, hope. Snitches get stitches. So that's one of my favorite that's some of my favorite moments. Who else? Episode 100 always stands out to me because we did it in 2 parts, and I always think that was very clever of us to do because we were able to do, I think, what was it, like almost 3 hours worth of podcasting and
one sitting, basically.
Yeah, and it was funny because that day I remember being like, how am I gonna get this done? Are these guests gonna come on time? How am I gonna fit all of these people on this episode? What am I even gonna ask them? Sometimes, guys, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, you guys may think that like I know what I'm doing here sometimes, but let me tell you, sometimes
Half the time I got it right, I probably got.
Yeah, exactly. I'm winging it. Today's episode, I'm definitely winging it. You can tell by the way I'm sitting. I don't know what's going on.
These off top bars. Sometimes those are the best podcasts, though, when you just let it fly.
I mean, I ain't got shit else to do but to let it fly. Fly, magic, fly. Up onto the sky. Okay, so that was a fun thing to do. Something else that I enjoy doing is the 21 questions of hip hop. That was something that I always enjoyed really cool. Asking guests that if I can find the notebook, then I'll start asking those questions again. It was great to introduce that on episode 30 when we had DJ EFN, and that I feel like was a moment in itself because I feel like episode 30, not just because DJ EFN was on it, which was a very big thing to us because it's DJ EFN. If you don't know who that is, you need to get very familiar with him. He is one part of the Drink Champs podcast, but he is also, a part of Crazy Hood, and he has just done so much for Miami music, mixtape legend, and he's just done so much for hip hop, period. But also we introduced new software into our podcast and just more organization and like all that stuff, and that was pretty dope. So I just feel like since that episode, things just changed and just started becoming better and better and better, and it has transformed into what it is that we have today. So that I always feel like that's like a milestone episode because it's just like, wow, we have somebody who is well respected in hip hop, and we are also now taking the podcast to the next level, and it humbles you. It kind of like tells you like, damn, remember where you came from. You know what I mean? Like, we were doing this shit, and I joke around and say it was raggedy, but it really wasn't. It was just what we had. You know what I mean? And sometimes you gotta work with what you got. You can't work with what you don't got. Shout out to Jim Rohn. So definitely that. I want to say also some of my favorite episodes have been the ones where it's me, Jav, and Spitz.
Oh yeah, that's a fact.
Because it's just always great when the 3 of us are talking because we honestly forget that the camera is on and that we're actually recording.
So all the time we talk, it's like it's a podcast.
Yeah, because even in our normal conversations when we're just something in the backyard or whatnot, it's something like that. So shout out to all the guests that have come on. I wish I can name you all, but it's a lot of you. So shout out to the ones who have been on here multiple times, more than one time. I think the special guest that has been on the most has been DJ Killer K. So shout out to Killer K and Lotus Life and all that good stuff. Make sure that you guys check out his brand. His Instagram is KMurda305, and that's Murda with a DA at the end. If you don't know, now you know. And all of the future guests that are coming on, I just know that the future is like because one of I can say that one of the funniest people that we've had, one of the most inspiring people that we've had, I can say that it was Hennessy Williams, like literally, and that was just last week's episode, because I felt like the story that he shared about him going to, you know, like a center and like a treatment, to having to get treatment and things like that, and then sharing how, you know, he wants to like put food on people's tables and things like that, like all of those things. Like I just feel like he was just an all around great person to have, and like how Hav says, like sometimes we get that perfect Ambition Hour podcast guest that is the perfect mold, I guess, of what it is here.
We've said that several times, right? Or like, damn, like, you know, we'll finish an episode and just be like, wow, this was a really good episode. You know, just like I feel like we're probably gonna step away from this one too, because this one was great because we acted like the camera wasn't on. You know what I mean? Like we just here shooting the shit with y'all for 160 weeks straight. Come on,
that's crazy.
It's the Ambition Hour, baby. It's the Ambition Hour, baby. It's the Ambition Hour, baby.
Thank y'all for 160
Claudia
episodes.
Renee in the house.
It's been a blessing. It has been a blessing. Oh, my dad said that episode 200, we got 40 more episodes, right?
Yeah.
He said 200.
200, he keep popping up.
Yeah, he said 200, he popping up. So we got 40 more, boss. 40 more.
Oh man.
I think we could do that by the end of the year, no? Is it? Or that's not accurate.
Nah, it would be a little bit over the year.
Yeah. Alrighty then. Okay, so I wanted to share dang, I just seen it on my phone and it just slipped my mind. Hold on, guys.
Well, we haven't seen WandaVision, you know, but we
haven't
did
seen
see
the new episode. We saw last week's episode.
We caught. Well, you know, we've seen episode 6, the Halloween one. So we'll see episode 7. You know, probably sometime tomorrow. Now we need to see that. We still got. We got a bunch of movies on our list, Claudia. We gotta see Night in Miami. Mm-hmm. You know, the Black Messiah. What it's.
I think it's
Medusa.
No. Messiah.
No, it's Judas. That's what I was saying.
Something like that.
Yeah, Judas and the Messiah and the Black Messiah. And I feel like there's another one that I want to see that I can't put my finger on right now.
Hav saw P.S. I Love You for the first time with me the other day.
That's a fact, and I cried like a little girl.
It is such a great movie. If you guys have never seen it, I recommend it to you like yesterday, because it is one of the best movies I have ever seen.
Great actors.
One of my favorite movies ever. Great actors. It's funny because there was a conversation that happened on the timeline about best romance movies top 3, and one of them I put P.S. I Love You. And every time that I think of a movie, I always Google it to see if it's on a streaming like service that I have and pay for. And I saw that it was on HBO Max, and I immediately put it, like wasted absolutely no time putting it on, just because it's such a great movie. I love it. So yeah, great movie. What was your biggest takeaway from the movie, Hav?
Oof. My biggest takeaway from the movie is that, man, sometimes you know from that first time. Mm-hmm. You know, so, but also, like, it kind of makes me think about, like, what if everyone that you thought, well, this is probably just on a tangent, but maybe not connected to the movie, but I guess I want to ask you this on camera. What do you think about, like, what do you think is better? That like, kind of like when you meet someone, you think they're your ideal person, but it only lasts for a month or two. Mm-hmm. Would you rather take that, or then 2 years of not really working but trying to make it work, and it being, you know, coming to an end anyways? So
rather having
2 months or 2 years with that ideal person who you deem is right. Like, kind of like, would you want it your way, or now with knowing what you know now, maybe you know that person probably isn't the best for you? Or would you still
I would rather know in the beginning. Because for me, I feel like, especially with the recent situation that I went through, I'm happy that it finished at the time that it finished instead of it continuing it to go, because not that I feel like I would have wasted time, but it's just kind of like, dang, you put all of this time and effort into something, and then y'all just gonna be strangers at the end. You know what I mean? And that's what ends up happening when you break up with somebody. So it's kind of like, if I can nip it in the bud in the beginning, like, I might as well just do that. But that takes a lot of discernment. Like, a lot. You have to, like, really know. Maybe not month 2, but by month 3 or 4, you should already know, like, maybe this ain't gonna work. I'm triggered now. You know, it's about to be a month since that whole situation I talked to you guys about. And honestly, like, it's not as hard as others may have thought it to be. Like, I'm fine. You know, like, of course, like, it was funny because
I'm okay.
as I cry myself to sleep, I'm not
Listening to Good Days by SZA.
I'm not listening. I'm not crying. That was actually the first song that I played after my heart was broken. That was literally the first song I played in the car. Okay, so something that I've noticed and want to share with you guys that I have is so annoying is I get flashbacks, but I also have been having dreams. So I'm big on dreams. I feel like there's always a message in your dreams, and something that I continue to see is like okay, so when you like somebody, don't you normally like want to like be all up on them?
Well, yeah, me, of course.
Definitely you. But I feel like that's something that's normal. I feel like if you are attracted to somebody and you have been dating for some time, the physical attachment or the physical attraction is definitely always going to be there. And something that I would notice, and I feel like my dreams continue to tell me this, is that wasn't there with this person. And me knowing that, like, it didn't tell me anything. Like, I didn't take it as a red flag. I just took it as, well, maybe because I'm kind of rusty when it comes to this. It's not happening.
These don't work, daddy.
Yeah, but I also think that if he was genuinely who I was going to be with, that wouldn't have been a problem. I would have been like open to being a little bit more intimate in that way, I guess you can say. So sometimes, like, even your body tells you and you don't listen.
My mind's telling me.
Oh.
Well, we don't. Oh yeah, my bad. We don't do that anymore. So yeah.
Hold on.
Who else dropped some music? I feel like there was someone else that dropped some music too.
If they have, I haven't heard it. Let me see what we got. I made my dog a playlist. Judge me all you want. But there's songs that remind me of her, and I made a playlist. Follow the playlist. It's called hold on, I'm gonna let y'all know. I'm gonna let y'all hoes know. I'm gonna close this episode out. Okay, so it's called Pup and Bee.
Pup and Bee.
Pup and Bee. It's by Baby Blaze. You can find it on my Apple account. It's under Audi _3000 AUDI _3000. I have some other playlists as well. You can listen to what it is that I'm listening to.
Catch the vibe.
Catch a vibe. Hav. So, what do you think about bringing back the Can You Hear Me?
We could do it. Yeah, why not?
I feel like the people may want it.
The streets have been asking. They've been inquiring.
Inquiring minds have definitely been wanting to know. Yes.
All right. Well, I mean, shit, ain't nothing to it but to do it. Maybe we could do it to another level. Yeah, let's take it offline. Maybe let's cook something up. Maybe we make it
like a thing.
Maybe let's make it. Yeah. Or let's just make it the best thing we can. You know, like we usually do.
For sure.
See how we could get it better.
For sure. So I want to share this because I think it's funny, but my mom hella tried me. I don't know if you guys saw a couple episodes ago. I had this on, and it kind of fell on me. It kind of fell out. Well, I'm talking about the ponytail, guys. And so my mom knew about this, and let me tell you how I knew my mom was petty. I mean, I've known her I've known she's petty for the majority of my life. But when I came out very excited with my ponytail on again, she was just like, it ain't gonna fall out this time, right? That's your mama.
shooting.
So if y'all ever wonder why I'm petty,
That's called
just
friendly
know.
fire. Jesus.
Just know. I was taught by the queen. I was taught by the one. I was taught by the main.
By Petty Wap herself.
For real. Bruh, she is so fucking funny. Yo, parents are the best. I like cannot get over the fact of how much parents affect your entire life. And God bless those parents. Someone told me today that I would be a great parent. And I was very happy that they said that. But at the same time, it's also like, girl, relax. I don't want to hear all that. Oh, you know what? I was about to close the episode, but Hav made a really interesting point earlier. And it was that someone asked me for coffee, asked me out to go to coffee. Now, number one, I always, every time that anybody ever mentions going out to coffee with me, I always think of the Miguel song. And the Miguel song insinuates that coffee is fucking. I'm not saying that this person was inviting me to do that, but that's what my mind thinks of when someone invites me out to coffee. Unless you're my best friend, then maybe we can do coffee, you know, or whatever. And so Hav pointed out that he asked me, he's like, were you attracted to this person? And then I said, no. And he said, well, maybe that's why you felt a little offended. And I said, no, the reason why I felt offended was because of this reason. And the reason was because I didn't feel like it was very professional.
Yeah, but if you did find him attractive and you felt like you were trying to give him subtle hints and he took those hints, wouldn't you be a little bit more relieved and kind of like, dang, it worked, right? Let's say.
Maybe if I wasn't at work.
So if it was Michael B. Jordan who asked you, you wouldn't do it.
Why? Everybody always asks me that. If it was Michael B. Jordan, I'ma always say no.
All right, I think that's cap, but okay.
You can think it's whatever, but it's the truth because for me, like at the end of the day, like, bruh, I'm the type that like I'll like a dude or like I'll like how he looks, and I still won't like it doesn't phase me that way. Like there's some bruh, I'm being
episode 160.
No, don't do that to me, Hav. Do not do that to me because I'm not. Because there's some guys that are fine as hell and I talk to them and like I communicate with them and you know all that shit. But at the end of the day, like that doesn't mean anything, bruh. Like that doesn't mean anything to me. Like that's not something that's gonna sway me left or right. Like if I fuck with you and I fuck with your vibe and I like it, like that's what to me is important. Like I'm past the age where like you gotta look a certain way or something like that. Like of course, like I have to find you attractive, but it's not something like Michael B. Jordan comes and you know, like I know how to act around men. I'm just saying.
But I'm just saying, if it was someone that you found attractive, just as like you walked in, like you know, like, and you're just like, who the fuck is this guy? You know, you're just kind of curious about him, and he's the one that asked you. I wouldn't change it. Like you know how we be saying, "Dawg, I fell in love in the club like twice, 3 times tonight." Like, what if you fell in love? Like, you kind of looked at him and you thought of a whole little life with him.
No, because I ain't shit.
Bruh.
I'm gonna tell you guys how I really ain't shit because I'm the type that like I'll entice a guy to like. This is just from my experience the last time I was outside. I'll like entice a guy, dance with him, hype it up and everything, and then literally just leave him alone.
Like, turns out that
I don't want to give you attention anymore. I'm the type who like we can be cute for like a little bit, but don't like ever talk to me again.
I'm dead. I like it though. Sometimes I'm on that type of time too.
Well, yeah. I mean, maybe that's why I'm single, but sometimes it's just fun. Sometimes it's just fun to like fuck around a little bit and like be cute for a little bit, but then like, all right, this was fun. That's what I miss about outside. Is like the dancing with the random stranger and like dancing with them the whole night and then like never seeing them again. I don't know. I like shit like that.
The good ones go.
Yeah, like cause at the end of the day, like bruh, like there's never been a time where I've gone out and danced with a guy and like truly like built something with.
Yeah.
So yeah, so think about that, guys. Like, think about it. Would you not be as offended if it was somebody that you were attracted to that asked you out to do something? Like, cause now I'm thinking about the times that like, so I might have asked somebody to do something. And they were like, this girl, who does this girl think she is? Like, who does she think she look like? To be asking me out or something like that. Maybe that's why y'all motherfuckers be curving me, but I'm a bad bitch, so fuck you. Yeah. How do you want to add anything? Because I'm about to wrap this bit. Oh, wrap it up then. Bruh, Hav, you know what? I'm grateful for you too, Hav. Can we honor Hav for Black History Month?
What? I don't know if that's a
Hav is always telling me that I'm black, but he's just as black.
I mean, sure, let's go with that.
But yeah, Hav is just one of the best people that I have in my entire life.
Thank you. You are too.
Thanks. So I don't know if you want to add something. Go ahead.
You're the best. Thank you. I love my family. I love God. And what that shit Joe be saying, I'm not in love. Love is in me.
I know that's right. But yeah, so guys, remember we are still in a pandemic. So make sure that you wash your hands, wash your ass, mind your business, drink your water, and for the 160th time in a row, it's your girl, Claudia Renee, on your airwaves. And we are out of here. I forgot my lines.
It's the ambition hour, baby. It's the ambition hour, baby. It's the ambition.
It's 11:11.
Right.
Back.
I'm not gonna be here.
And it's up, then it's up.